Hi, I'm Charlotte Lawson, a registered licensed dietitian here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Now, if you have high blood pressure, your physician or medical practitioner might have told you to look into your diet for tips and ways to help reduce that high blood pressure level. Well, a couple of things affect our blood pressure. First could be our sodium intake. Recommended intake is between 1,500 milligrams to 2,400 milligrams, and 24 is the amount of sodium found in a teaspoon of table salt. Now, a typical American diet, we consume well above that recommended amount, closer to the 4,000 or 5,000 range. And keep in mind, every time we're consuming sodium, our body requires water to actually counteract or keep our body at homeostasis. So you can imagine if we're consuming more sodium, our body has to hold on to more water. And as we fill our blood with that extra sodium and water volume, we're again increasing that pressure or hypertension, if you will, that blood pressure against our arteries and veins. So trying to reduce that sodium level is very key. Avoid the salt shaker. Look for those processed foods having sodium levels. A good well-rounded amount, if we're looking at 2,400 milligrams a day per max, is looking at about 800 milligrams per meal. And about a 300 milligrams serving is a little bit high, and you might want to wonder whether or not that type of food fits into your diet. Now also keep in mind, there's different ways to make our arteries smaller, whereas if we consumed lots of cholesterol and saturated fat from our animal products, we may start seeing that carotid artery or that building of the plaque. Now if we have arteries that are having that plaque buildup, it's making the passageway for the blood very narrow, and again putting more pressure on that artery. So trying to avoid those saturated fats in your diet is also very important. Check your nutrition facts labels and to see how much saturated fat is there. Typically, the saturated fat will be found in animal products. Try using vegetable oils while you're cooking, as they do not have that saturated fat. So ultimately, we want to reduce our sodium and reduce our amount of saturated fat in the diet. Hopefully then you'll see a small reduction, at least in your blood pressure levels. Those are just a couple tips, and good luck with the diet. I'm Charlotte, and eat happy.